Fancy that. Do you want it? Under it? Or clinging to the walls? Howdy folks, welcome to Amos Sewn. It's news, spelled differently. Today's 22nd of 12th, 2022. Well, two's in that. Well, anyway, today got a couple of news stories to read to you. Through technical issues, I can't bring the things up on the screen because this computer isn't talking to that computer, and the computers just generally don't like each other, so they're fighting. So, no, the stories I got to read though, I'll read them out. Won't be as good as reading it yourself, I'm sure, but today's stories I found on Matilda News. The Matilda Project or something like that. It's a little news site. I've kept away from the ABC for a change. Anyway, first story is about a multi-billion-dollar project on the road to renewable energy superpower. Sounds good, doesn't it? We're going to be an energy superpower. The government's started trying to do something about a new $7.8 billion plan set to play a major role in transforming Australia's energy map. But consumers will still face looming service price hikes next year. So don't worry, folks, we've got it sorted, but you're gonna pay. Yes. The federal and New South Wales governments have jointly announced a deal which will see the Snowy 2.0 hydropower scheme and other renewable energy zones plugged into the grid. When it's not plugged in the grid, when generating power for what? Anyway, there's new projects happening. It's going to cost, not cost, we'll get to that later. 3,900 jobs are going to happen. I wonder if they're all permanent jobs or just a bit of construction. Then, but don't worry, you'll pay for it with the more ever-increasing power bills. All right. The federal government will contribute $4.7 billion towards this. Oh, look, Frank's here. G'day, Frank. And, well, I'm sure the government will, I actually get 4.7 from the federal and 3.1 from the New South Wales. Well, there's going to be lots of new projects, so to say. No details yet. Why? Prime Minister Anthony Always Overseas said the investment was part of a long-term plan to insulate Australia from the effects of the global energy crisis, such as the one being caused by Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Can you believe it, folks? It's all because of that. Oh, you like the old picture? Anyway. Yeah. Right. The project, described as by Always Overseas as one of the biggest announcements that will be made in his prime ministership. I wonder how long that's going to last. Anyway, we won't do anything to drive prices down this summer. Yes, that's our prime minister. And what else has he got to say? Albert Always Overseas, he said, major grid extensions would help turn Australia into a renewable energy superpower. Anyway, can't wait, eh? We're going to all sort out and we'll have plenty of power, be able to turn on and flick a switch. Might just cost you a bit, you know. But it's all about renewable energy, and because coal's bad and all that sort of stuff. Enough of that story. Got a couple of a real big story to talk about shortly. But before that, I've got one little annoying little story. And where is it? Oh yes, that actor dude. He's become Time Man of the Year. Actor Zelensky, something like that. Yeah, something like he's an actor. He used to do all sorts of acting type stuff, and he's got a big acting job now. He's on the front line the other day of this war over there. He's a good actor apparently. And yeah, well, he's over to the States at the moment to demand. He's going to demand more weapons. I need more weapons to fight the scourge of Russia or whoever, whatever the story is over there. I don't really know. Anyway, that was just a nothing story. But the next, the big story of the day. This is, it's horrible, but it's not surprising. A bit of unsurprising news. Anyway, I'm gonna wet my whistle for this one. It's got anyway, DK Conspiracies B said, "G'day B and DK if you're there or watching or whatever." I'm just waffling on a bit as I do. Right. Beer is the answer. What was the question? Anyway, yeah, one of my paintings. Anyway, yeah, I like this, folks. Let's hope I can read it properly, eh? Anyway, where'd it go? There it is. World Health Organization, John Hopkins, and the Bill Gates just conducted another pandemic simulation. This time, the virus is deadlier and targets children. This, I didn't make this up. This is in Project Matilda's news. I'm sure it's another news fucking things. Look it up. It's frightening. Bill Gates at the Catastrophic Contagion Conference in Belgium. The Bob Hoskins Centre for Health Security partnered with the World Health Organization and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Heard those names before somewhere? To conduct a catastrophic contagion. Good name, eh? An exercise to simulate a global pandemic that is deadlier than the co-flu and especially dangerous for the little ones. Come on with your kids, folks. Anyway, Bill Gates was in attendance, as he was. He's a good bloke, isn't he? Not sure about that. Anyway, the group conducted a catastrophic contagion in Brussels, Belgium, on October 23, 2022. That's a couple of months ago. First I've heard about it. Okay, well, there's something happening soon. What have we got for Christmas? Another scamdemic? Anyway. During the simulation, the World Health Organization Advisory Board addressed as a fictional severe epidemic enterovirus respiratory syndrome pandemic that originates in Brazil and disseminates across the globe. Is it a globe? You watched me last Sunday show? Could be flat for all we know, but planes fly all over. The bugs get around apparently, so they say. Oh look, it's a frogmouth owl. Native around here too. Weird looking bird. They only come out at night. I caught that picture during the day, obviously. Anyway, back to the what is it? A practice run? Yes, an exercise simulated a series of WHO Emergency Health Advisory Board meetings addressing a fictional pandemic set in the near future. Get that, folks? Near future. Gee, do you think they've got something planned? No, of course not. Just a suspector. Anyway, according to the RX list, enteroviruses, including hepatitis A and polio, are comprised of RNA, enter the body through gastrointestinal tract and nervous system. Pandemic simulations also include pre-recorded news broadcast and live briefings from health officials. This is similar to earlier simulations. Is this worth reading? Did you get the picture? Aha, yeah. It goes, this is a good one. It goes on about which countries can handle pandemics better. And the most successful countries are those which invested in preparedness and training for this years in advance. Training, folks. Realise you've been in training. This is in the news. I'll read that a bit again. The most successful countries are those which invested in preparedness and trained for this moment years in advance, she continues. This includes having full-time pandemic preparedness and response teams which conducted detailed operational planning and routinely tested those plans through exercise and drills. Drills. Yes. If more countries had participated and heeded the guidance, the toll might be much less. They're just practicing, folks. It's not. This is just a drill. Because you never know. Pandemic might happen any moment. Yes. Bill Gates and senior public health officials from Angola, Germany, India, Liberia, Nigeria, Rwanda moderated discussions during the simulation. Good choice. Yes. Just months before the COVID-19 outbreak, the same world elites that conducted severe epidemic respiratory respiratory syndrome 2025, held in a similar exercise on October 18, 2019. Jeez. October, and this is October 22 this year. So enjoy Christmas, folks. If you can. If you like Christmas, I don't know. I'm not a Christmassy sort of person, really. But anyway, is anyone else? Oh, look, Frank's talking. Hey, Frank. And DK is on the tube. And Frank Arrow's in BitChute land. What, BitChute? No. Try again. D-Live, that's right. Actually, I should have a look at the channels there. I should do that. No. Yeah, I'm live on Twitch. This is apparently happening. Yep. Picking my nose anyway. Like the picture, new pictures, folks. So, yes. There's another good story here, actually. I'll go back to news story. The next one's a sort of funny sort of story. Well, this one's, according to John Hopkins Centre for Health Security website, Event 201 was a 3.5-hour pandemic tabletop exercise that simulated a series of dramatic, scenario-based, facilitated discussions confronting difficult, true-to-life dilemmas associated with response to in other words, they've got it all sorted, mate. Yeah, so they're prepared for the next pandemic should it come along. Enjoy Christmas, as I said. Maybe. A couple of days away, anything could happen. My advice, don't watch the news. Watch my news. A little bit entertaining, isn't it? I hope.